as I was saying, we can bring the light to the world. I want to direct what we're going to talk about here in fixing this to in the direction of young ladies. Because I've heard many wise men, and if we just look at history, we can see that this is true. I've heard several wise men say that the females are the moral thermostats of a culture. You know, when we can teach the ladies and the girls to say no, then the men will abide. You know, and so they only rise up to the moral level that the women and the girls are. So pretty much whatever the girls will allow, the boys will let go. The young men will let go. So how do we implement this? How do we make this change? Dads, we have to form our daughters in that way. And not at the point where she's ready to become sexually active or when she matures. But it has to start at a very young age. And this is why we focus so much here on the husband as the leader of the family and the wife, according to Scripture, that she be submissive to her husband. Because the rubber meets the road whenever they become teens, whether it be boys or girls. And I'm not exempting the boys either. They also need to be formed to control themselves and to respect girls and respect women. But again, the girls pretty much set the bar. It's just the way it is, the way it has always been. Now, we can do this. We can form our daughters properly so that they will not get involved in these things. And what happens, though, is that whenever the wife is not submissive, then she won't see anything wrong with the daughter dressing in an immodest way. She'll think she's pretty. Well, she looks like me, after all, the mom will say. And she's trying to live her life through her daughter. Look how beautiful she is. Although it's not pretty, because boys and men are lusting over her because of the way she's dressed or the things she's doing or the way she carries herself. What's the message? By the way she looks, by the way she dressed, that she's presenting to the world. The men know, because we're wired to see it that way. So dads, it's our responsibility if our daughters decide to act or dress in a certain way, to correct that. And to follow the church's teaching on the near occasions of sin. Don't allow them to place themselves into situations where they will get into trouble. Right now, the springtime, I'm seeing a lot of prom pictures out there of girls dressed totally inappropriately. Totally. Strapless gowns, all sorts of body parts exposed that no one should ever see except until somebody is married. I don't know how Catholics can allow for this kind of thing. Dads, it's our jobs to limit this, to not allow it, to make sure that they are dressed properly. The whole thing of proms and dances just befuddles me to no end. Why place them in that situation, in that kind of a close situation where some bad things are bound to happen? How do they court? How do they date? Do they go off in a car alone by themselves? I've heard of a lot of parents who will send a brother or sister along with them just to make sure everything's done right. Another good courting example I remember Steve Wood bringing up is to have those that are courting to come to the house. Instead of them leaving off and going somewhere, have place for them at the house to be able to visit and to get to know each other and have those who are courting to learn and meet the family. This is the proper way and safe way to have children courting, older children courting, only at the point when they are ready to get married. You know, if they're not ready to get married, there's no reason for them to be even dating. Okay, so these are the things that will put an end to the sexual promiscuity that's out in the world, or will at least save our own children from it. And that's our responsibility. We are to keep our children out of mortal sin. Do we care about the salvation of our children's souls? That's what we have been placed in charge of, and the responsibility we have as dads, men. Okay, so take these things to heart. Start implementing them in your family. This is the moral decay that is out in our world and surrounding our children that we need to be cautious of and that we need to protect our children from. Decadence Alive. Come back here at Fix the Family for more in our blog series. My name is Raylan Alamo. God bless you.